This show is brought to you by
$10 billion in deals inked at the Arab-China Business Conference, and UBS completes its takeover of Credit Suisse. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. $10 billion in investment deals have been signed at the Arab-China Business Conference in Riyadh, the vast majority of which are for projects in Saudi. The biggest deal is a $5.6 billion MOU between the Saudi Investment Ministry and Human Horizons, a Chinese EV maker. A $533 million deal was signed between AMR Alula Company and Zhongguan Group to establish an iron factory in Saudi. And Saudi ASK Group and China Geological and Mining inked a $500 million deal for copper mining in the kingdom. Other agreements are in various fields, including technology, agriculture, renewable energy, real estate, natural resources, and tourism. Saudi Agricultural and Livestock Investment Company has taken a 42.4% stake in the National Aquaculture Group. The value of the deal wasn't revealed. SALIC is a wholly owned unit of the Public Investment Fund. It says it will use its partnership with NACWA to foster the development and enhancement of the local aquaculture sector. The partnership aligns with the vision of the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund and its portfolio companies to support local economic growth by building long-term partnerships with the private sector. UBS has completed its takeover of Credit Suisse. Now, integrating the former rival is going to be a Herculean task that clients, employees, and Swiss political leaders will closely watch. UBS says the coming months are likely to be bumpy, with integration coming with waves of difficult decisions, particularly regarding employment. The merger of Switzerland's two biggest banks will be complex both technically and politically, resulting in a mega bank unlike the country has ever seen. Thousands of jobs could be lost due to duplication. The ECB will likely deliver another interest rate hike on Thursday, even as the Eurozone slides into a recession. Analysts predict the ECB will raise borrowing costs by 25 basis points, taking the deposit rate to 3.5%. It would be its eighth consecutive hike since last July, when it kicked off an unprecedented campaign of monetary tightening. After Russia's war sent food and energy costs surging. Eurozone inflation slowed to 6.1% year-on-year in May after hitting a peak of 10.6% last October. China's property sector is expected to grapple with persistent weakness for years. That's according to Goldman Sachs, who say the sector's problems will continue to drag on China's economic growth. Goldman says weaknesses are particularly pronounced in lower-tier cities and private developer financing. It says policymakers seem keen for there to be less economic and fiscal reliance on the property sector. As such, Goldman says it sees an L-shaped or a slow recovery. And American investor George Soros is passing control of his multi-billion-dollar foundation to his son Alexander. Soros used his wealth amassed as a financier in the 70s and the 80s to create the Open Society Foundations, which support causes and NGOs worldwide. His son says he'll continue down a similar path, pushing free speech, criminal justice reform, minority and refugee rights, and backing liberal politicians. 92-year-old Hungarian-born Soros has net wealth of $6.7 billion, according to Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
This show is brought to you by